Hello, guys. How you doing? This is Roger Rick, fitness and health coach. I'm also a person who live a holistic lifestyle. My community service to you guys today. I want to talk about if you're, from my experience, of course, when I was constipated, basically eating a lot of the American processed food, the junk food. I was really constipated, backed up. Couldn't go use the bathroom. Was always just having a problem with that until I educated myself about what I was putting in my body and realized that the food I was putting in my body had very little nutritional value. The fiber was little to none, and the fiber is super important, guys. It helps to move your bowel, clean your system out. Okay, and also, like I said before in my other videos, the fiber feeds the good bacteria. Okay, so it's super important to have your nutrition on track, guys. All right. So from my experience, when I had the bad breath, when I had the smelly armpits, when I had the constipation, it all came from what I was putting in my body. Okay. And again, I don't eat animal products, but for people out there that do, God say you can eat animal products, then you know what? God say you can do it, that's fine. But I believe the problem is that we're eating these so-called foods and we're not letting it move through our system because we don't have enough fiber to move it through the system. We're not feeding the body with enough hydration to move it through the system. Okay. And that comes from one, movement is also very important too. You have to be moving. People will eat and just sit around not do anything and just you got to move. You got to go for a walk and get your digestive system going. Okay. But it's even more important that you eat more of the right foods, the healthier foods. You know, little of the not so healthy. Okay, in this country they eat a lot of meat. Okay, and again, meat is okay if God said so. But the problem is, you look at what else they eat. The fiber is very low because they're eating all the white rice, white pasta, not the ones that has the higher fiber to move the colon and clean the system. So that being said, if you're eating these foods that has very little fiber, very little water, okay, and that's the cooked food, that's the animal products, all right, that's the processed food. These foods sit in your stomach and it just sits there and just rot away. Okay, you gotta remember that animal meat that you're eating. If you was to leave that animal meat out on your counter for several days, it's beginning it smells okay, but after several days, about a week or so, that thing is going to smell really bad. Just like you walk in by a dead corpse on the road, like animal get killed, like this, a deer get killed or something like that. That the first day the deer don't smell, but after about several days, that deer is going to reek. You're going to be like, "Well, I'm out of here." All right. Well, this is going on in your stomach, guys. When you eat this meat, all right, and again, meat's okay because God said so. But if you eat the meat's sitting in your stomach for several days because you didn't eat enough fiber and enough hydration to move it through your bowel and get that, do your number two. Guess what? It's sitting in the system, rotting away, and that's going to lead to the bad breath, the armpit, the smelly armpit, because now this stuff is coming out of your pores, guys. Remember, the biggest organ on the body is the skin. All right, and the skin takes in, but also pushes out also. So you're seeing like eye boogers, and all this other stuff. That's your body trying to push that stuff out of the system, guys. All right, because it's just sitting there rotting away. All right, but if you're having a good bowel movements and you're eating more of the healthier food, then even if you're eating meat and these things, if you have a higher intake of healthier foods, you're gonna have good bowel movements. You're gonna get that stuff out of your system, and you don't have to worry about the smelly armpits and these things. But if it's just sitting in your body for days and days and days, don't forget that dead corpse on the side of the road. That's in your system sitting there, and it's not moving. So of course you're gonna smell. Your breath is gonna smell. Your whole being's gonna smell, all because you have this dead corpse sitting in your body, guys. All right. So it's super important to make sure you get enough of the whole food in your diet, guys. Again, this is my community service to you guys. I was that guy, the bad breath, the armpit smelling, the whole bean smelling. because I was consuming all this animal products, processed food, but I wasn't eating enough of the hydrated foods, which is the fruits, the vegetables, whole food. Okay, taking the apple, eating it the way it is. Okay, taking the fruit, eating it the way that God designed it. The melon, eating the way that God designed it. Get it in your body and hydrate your body. Get the bowels moving. Keep the hydration going so you can push out all the stuff that need to be pushed out. Do your urine. Do your number twos. Okay, it's that simple, guys. All right. So again, to me, I think nutrition is very simple because God made it simple. All right, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But the problem is that we created these bad habits, and we also, more important, we're feeding the bad bacteria with all the garbage that we're putting in our body, the refined sugar and all these things. And now we have this addiction towards things that's not it's not working for us, but working against us, and it's making us sick. All right, so we need to get that whole food lifestyle going with our on our everyday routine, because it's not just something you do and stop. It has to be something you do every day. Just like you eat every day, you have to make sure you're eating the right foods every day, and it's consistent because your body needs to constantly keep detoxing, and be nourished so you have the energy to do the things you want to do, guys. So if you need that help and you need somebody to, educate you, I can point you to the right people. I mentioned a few names earlier, Dr. Yakia Waken, Dr. Robert Morris. These people are amazing. They're changing the lives of so many people around the world, and I'm on that journey with them because I'm getting my certification. I want to do this holistic thing because it changed my life. It saved my life. Okay, I was 265. Lost 85 pounds of waste, not weight, waste. I'm talking about just all this garbage came out of my body in the toilet because it has to go somewhere, guys. You don't just eat that bad stuff and it just disappears. Well, you see it don't disappear because you're putting on the weight. So it's going somewhere. It's going in that fat cell, guys. All right. So you need to help your body to get rid of the garbage by eating healthier food, guys. It's that simple. You don't have to go on some, fasting. We all fast. When you're sleeping, you're fasting. Okay. But you don't need to be taking any crazy fat burners and all this nonsense that's, stressing your heart, stressing your organs. You just keep it simple. Go back to what God commanded for us to put in our body, right there in Genesis: the fruits, the herbs, the vegetables, the nuts, the seeds, guys. Okay, it's all there in every supermarket. You can find these foods, but we walk right past it, go right to the aisles with the processed stuff, the refined sugar and all this other garbage that don't serve our body, guys. All right, like I said, my name is Roderick. I'm here to serve you guys. Let me help you guys, point you to the right people, share my testimony with you guys, and any knowledge that I have to share with you guys so you guys can get your health on track, just like I did. I lost 85 pounds and I feel amazing. And I want you guys feeling amazing also. And get on track with your health, man, because your health is really your true wealth. You don't have your health, you got nothing. All right? All that money and all that fame don't mean nothing if you're dead, if you're sick. All right. And it's as simple as what I just mentioned before. It's that simple, guys. These guys I mentioned, Dr. Yaki Awaken, all they're doing is talking about the same thing I'm talking about: eating the whole food that God designed for the human body. That's right there in the Bible. If you're a believer, believe in God, you should know. Right there in Genesis, guys. Right there in Genesis. All right, guys. So have a blessed day. If you need that help, you can reach me on my Instagram, official Roderick Ghost Michael. To reach me on this YouTube channel. Let's share this beautiful information and get the world healthy again. Because we live in a world with some really bad people that don't care about you and or your family, don't care about my family, and they just want to hurt people. And we got to stand up and start fighting back by educating ourselves, coming together, and get our health on track, and just make this world a beautiful, healthy place like it used to be. Okay, so have a blessed day. And I'm looking to hear from you guys and talk soon. All right, have a good one.